This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by still the WBA World Featherweight Champion Leigh Wood here in Sheffield. Leigh, you've just pulled out another one of those unbelievable stoppage performances when a lot of people were starting to think that the tide was just swaying further and further away from you. What do you make of what you've just done once again?
You didn't down me, did you?
Listen, I'll be honest, personally I think I was in the same boat as everybody that saw the fight drifting from you. I think it's the last time anybody will doubt you moving forwards though.
I knew there was times when Josh would win rounds. I knew there was times when he would press really hard and he ain't got a quit in him. He's like myself, you know, and I knew there was moments that he would win, but I knew it would cost him a lot to win, and he'd work really hard to win them, and I'd make him pay. So he's a great fighter, Josh, very good fighter, and a nice person as well. So commiserations to Josh, and I know what it feels like to get beat, as I did earlier in the year. But yeah, 3 fights in 8 months. I think I need a little break, and I think we all know what's next. But who is a question that's not going to answer for a few weeks or months.
We'll come on to obviously that knockout shortly, but just walk me through the fight. Most people are certainly looking online, they had Josh comfortably ahead. I know Ben's just watching the fight back there. How was you assessing the fight? Did you feel like the fight was getting away from you?
I thought I won the first few rounds, but most importantly, I hurt him early. I kind of knew like the opportunities would be there later. Not that I took my foot off the gas or anything, because he was working really hard. But yeah, I wasn't scoring it round by round. I just knew like it's a 12-round fight, and I ain't got to quit him there, and I can punch. I knew the openings that I needed to create. I knew there was going to be there more later as he got more, a little bit sloppier later. Yeah, like I said, I'm making pay for working hard, and I did.
You certainly did make him pay. And walk me through the shots which you, that combination there at the end of the round, where you just caught him clean, cold. And I think a lot of people, like, when you saw Josh fall to the floor, I didn't think anybody expected him to actually rise as quickly as what he did, because it seemed to be that it might be something which could have kept him out.
I kind of knew when I hit him with the shots, and then when he went down, when he tried to get up, I knew I'm going to make the count. He was all over. I don't think he knew where he was, but the shots was very similar to, I was southpaw, they're very similar to when I stopped David Oliver Joyce, but the ref jumped in quite quick, so I didn't get the last few shots with David Oliver Joyce. But it was a very similar sequence. Yeah, not a bad stoppage, and most importantly, when needed.
Obviously, the talking point of the fight is whether or not the ref could have allowed Josh to have that minute and then maybe assess him. What's your thoughts on that, regardless of, obviously, we know you've got the win, nobody can say anything about that, but do you understand Josh's frustrations around it?
A little bit, but it was only just past the halfway mark. And like I said, I hit him, and when he went down, I watched him get up, and he was all over the shop, and I thought, refereeing, let's go. He didn't even turn to the ref, he went straight to his corner. He didn't turn to the ref to see if he was all right. You know, everyone knows you go down, I'm all right. Even if, like, if you watch Conlan 1 with me, I went down, bell went, got up, you all right? Yeah, I'm sound, okay, go back to your corner. He didn't know where he was, he didn't know what was happening, but no, if they think that, it builds a great rematch, and I can do a better job. The way, not making excuses, I was a bit fucked at the weight, to be honest, but I don't want to use that as an excuse. I still did what I had to do.
The weight front is obviously a big talking point, obviously going through the social media again in between rounds, a lot of people were suggesting maybe you looked a little flat because of the weight cut. Did you feel it more so for this fight? How difficult has it been, especially at this stage of your career at 35, to get down to 126?
Extremely hard. I said to my friends, like, the last fight and the fight before, making weights harder than fighting, it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. I said to Ben, this is my last fight featherweight. He agreed he should be as well. It's not right. It's not right. It's not normal. So I'm glad I did that. When I did that, before I left my hotel room, I didn't feel great. But in my head, I was like, right, this is your last fight featherweight. Do whatever it takes. And I did.
Southpaw Leigh Wood. I don't think many people expected to see that tonight, Leigh. What was the thinking behind trying to outbox Josh as a southpaw?
Yeah, you know, we went through that with Ben and Leigh. There's times in fights when I have been southpaw, but there's certain fighters that it don't favour me to fight southpaw. I've always been able to switch since a young age. Like I spent a lot of time with Ingles, 10 years. You know, everything you're on your left, you're on your right. So it was key, I think, in this fight. And also that, if you look at my previous fights, a high percentage of my knockouts have been when I've been southpaw or just switched. The Conlan fight, there was a little flurry, then I switched to finish him, occupy right hand. I was southpaw right before it. Yeah, if you go back for a number of the actual finishers, they have been when I've been southpaw. Even the Reece Moulden fight as well.
Leigh, up at 130 now. The world's your oyster. How nice is it to have it at this stage of your career, the back end where you hold all of the cards? You're going to be the man everybody wants to face. Not just big fights, but big money fights, fights which can secure your family's future moving forwards.
Yeah, for sure. I think I did that a few fights ago for the life I want to live. But money aside and that, it's just good to have achieved what I wanted to achieve, what I set out to achieve as a kid, and become world champion twice over. I feel like I've cemented my name there with British featherweights that have gone in the past. That was a good scalp tonight, probably my best win. And yeah, and going forward, I get to tick my final box, which is literally will complete everything I wanted to achieve since a kid, and achieve my dream and be the first person to put my own little stamp on it and be the first person to headline at the City Ground. Gives me my own identity, because Carl fractured a lot from the City, and I spoke to him about this tonight, but that's something he hasn't done, and that's, if I fight again, it's only going to be there.
Is that the fairy tale ending for your career, Leigh? You can go and fight at the City Ground. Ideally, you'd have your hand raised, the night you'd never forget. You know, fighters, there's always question marks, maybe one too many fights into their careers, but you could literally bow out at the top of your game there.
For sure, it's a must-win fight. I don't want to be the first person to fight at the City Ground and be like, yeah, you got beat. I want to win, and then bow out. But not saying definitely, it's fight by fight, but that's possibly what would happen, but we'll see.
People would assume for a fight at the City Ground to take place, you'd need a big domestic name to match that. Now, obviously, Josh Warrington being mentioned, Michael Conlan rematch will be there, depending on how he fares against Jordan Gill. And then you've also got Joe Cordina up at 130 if he was to travel up to the City Ground. Would you say they're the front runners because they would bring their own fan bases and they would be able to help sell that stadium even more so than, say, somebody travelling over from America, for example?
Yeah, I think so, for sure. I'm going to talk to Eddie soon after I've been on holiday and see what he suggests, look at the numbers, both viewing numbers and financial numbers. But it could be Josh, could be Cordina, could be anyone, we'll see. Not thinking about it yet. I'm going to enjoy my victory. I've had 3 fights on the spin in 8 months. It's been quite intense, especially making weight part. I'm glad I'm going to do it again. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy my break and then have some meetings and discussions. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Just a word as well, Leigh, on the atmosphere tonight. That is certainly something which I don't think I'll be forgetting for some time. What was it like for you, though, especially kind of the Josh Warrington fans in particular who were very noisy for Josh?
Yeah, they back him, don't they? They get behind him. It was great, as did mine. They went to war vocally, a few of them physically, which I'm not promoting. But yeah, unbelievable atmosphere. And I think the only place that would be better is the City Ground.
Leigh, your crowning night here tonight. Just a final summary of what this means to you to come away with another W, and you can now look forward to the next chapter in your career. Absolutely.
I feel like this is my career best win. Not in the fashion that I'd like to do it, but more so I've done it now. I'm going to have a bit of anxiety about getting on them scales every week. Obviously, it's still going to be hard to make super feather, but at least I've got an extra 4 pounds, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to what's next. But looking back to 2018, or even 2018, 17, and looking at Josh Warrington winning that fight and telling everyone I beat him, and everyone like, fucking mad. And my friends telling everyone, Leigh will beat Josh. Like, yeah, right, all right. And go full circle now to beating him and defending my world title and building my own legacy in the process. It's almost fairy tale like.
I'm going to sneak one more in. I don't want to take the night away from yourself, but obviously Jordan Gill, very good friend of yours, getting ready for that Michael Conlan fight. How do you rate Jordan's chances? And I imagine you might be able to share a few rounds of sparring there as well, if you're back in the gym.
Not sure about sparring, but I'll be by his side for the build-up, for the camp, and on fight night. I'll back him, and it's a fight I'm looking forward to.
Lee, I appreciate your time now. So go join in with the rest of your team, eat as much pizza as you can fill your boots with, and thank you for speaking to me.
Thanks a lot, mate. Cheers.